So what's going on YouTube? This is your boy Andrew. Just here at you with a week 2 recap of driver training. So this week we had a couple of hiccups along the road. I'll explain those when I come to those loads. As usual, I got my handy dandy load sheet. I'm gonna give you all kind of a overview of what I've been experiencing as far as my second week. Now I'm going into week 3 as of tomorrow. So not too much longer, and I get my own rig, and yeah, then training wheels come off, and I'm gonna be showing you guys. And I'll be showing you guys a lot of stuff. All right, so we started off this week back in good old Kentucky. We picked up a load of aluminum, and we took it down to Alabama. Okay, so this load paid roughly like $700 to the truck. If it were me hauling it by myself, I'd be bringing home about $190 off of that. But doesn't sound like a lot, but guys, it's a really easy drive. You're gonna kind of take the interstate pretty much all the way down, or if you want to be fun, take the scenic route and take some back roads, you can do that too. It's only 175 miles roughly from where it was in Kentucky down to Alabama, so not that big of a deal. It's a really short load, pays decent, and yeah, can't complain. Along that route though, so we left on Sunday night, and we got to Kentucky, and it was supposed to be, in and out. And as soon as we get there, they couldn't find it. And it took them over a day to find it. Okay? So, yeah, that was a lot of waiting. But my trainer put in what's called a detention notice. So when you're being detained at a customer, like waiting for a load, or they're taking too long or whatever have you, that's what that is. So detention, you get potentially, depending on the customer, some extra money because they're basically holding you there. They're holding you from making more. So TMC looks out for you, or really any trucking company will look out for you, but I'm partial to TMC, so TMC looks out for you, and you still get paid for that time, so which is nice. Now, some customers, unfortunately, they don't have detention pay, so if you're waiting, sorry, bud, you're just waiting. It is what it is. Actually, I'm gonna throw this out there. He didn't ask for one. I don't even think he knows my channel exists, but Riding with Kev actually did a couple of videos regarding, waiting at customers, or his last video is called Uncertainty. So it's just the name of the game, guys. It's just truck driving. It is what it is. So after that, we finally delivered in Alabama. We picked up another load in Alabama of skidded coils. Skidded coils are, so you have out of the sky, which is like this. So here's the trailer, here's the coil. So it's facing skyward. The eye of the coil is facing skyward. That's out of the sky. Then you have suicide, which is the eye of the coil is facing the side. And then you have shotgun, right? Shotgun. Because if you put a couple coils together, it looks like a shotgun barrel. So that's why they call it shotgun. So that's what skidded coils are. They're out of the sky. They're on pallets. They drive them up on the trailer and drop them off. Pretty self-explanatory. Had to tarp that load as well. Had to tarp that load. Didn't have to tarp the aluminum, which is nice. So we tarped that load. And then after we dropped that off in North Carolina. And then North Carolina, we picked up a load of hardwood lumber going up to Indiana. So that also had to be tarped. That was the first time that I pretty much did a whole tarp. Well, that was the first time we've had to tarp like a really big load during my time in training. So actually get on top of the load, lay the tarp out, make it look all nice and pretty, and bungee her down and head back on the road. I make it sound a lot easier than it is, but you guys will learn when you're in training. But yeah, that was the first load I had to get up on and tarp. So that was fun. That load, by the way, the skidded coils that paid, I think like another $700-800 to the truck. I would have walked away with $210. Yeah. And then the hardwood, I think that was paying like, it was kind of a light load. So it wasn't like light load, like as far as weight, but it was a light load as far as money. But I'll get to the reason why we had to take the load. So, yeah, I think that load paid like $700 to the truck. So we would have walked away with, I would have walked away with $188. So kind of a light load, especially for as far as the distance it went. So we took that load up to Indiana because we had to go in for service. So a service, what they do is, you're gonna get your truck inspected. Yes, TMC does that. That is not false. You have to, clean your truck out really good. They have like a little wash bay. You can get your truck all nice and clean. When it goes in for service, it's just a real quick inspection. Make sure that you're not a pig living under a truck kind of thing. And then your truck gets serviced. All its oil, belts. They're gonna check the computer. Just go over the whole thing from top to bottom. They do a really good job. It's definitely a process. We were there. It basically took us 12 hours. We dropped the truck Thursday at 2 o'clock after we dropped off the lumber. And we didn't get it until 2 o'clock the morning after on Friday, so yesterday. So it was quite an ordeal, but I know that the truck is very well maintained, and that's one thing I really like about TMC is that they really do take care of their equipment. So something to look at. And then yesterday, we picked up a load of lumber again from Indiana, so we had to go bounce to northern Indiana, and then it's going to Georgia. So that's the load that's currently on the trailer right now. As you guys can see, I'm in Tennessee because I'm in my usual hotel room. By the way, it's different rooms every time, so each room looks a little bit different. I got another double room. Don't really know why, because I'm by myself out here, but it's nice. It's nice accommodations, Again, TMC's looking out for me. So, and then that load pays $1,400 to the truck. So we're going to be starting off next week very nice, of which I will be taking home, I rounded up, so $365. Not a bad gig. But what's crazy is on this one, the mileage pay and the percentage pay are actually the same. So kind of funny. But so just to give you guys a little bit of a reference when it comes to percentage pay and mileage, so they both pay $365 to me. Okay? Percentage and mileage. But the mileage, you're going to be driving 800 miles. So think about that. 800 miles that I'm driving, and I'm making the same amount of money as I would for the 26% of the load. So the load can be going 100 miles, and at 26%, I would have made the same amount of money as 800 miles. So guys, that's something you really need to look at when you're deciding about companies. As far as I know, TMC is the only one that pays percentage. And guys, it's really worth it. I mean, again, think about it, 800 miles. And that's how much it takes for you to make that same amount of money as percentage. So, just a little food for thought, a little golden nugget right there. Talked a little bit about the tension, talked a little bit about service. I'm at 4,000 miles now. I'm at a little over 4,000 miles now. Going into week 3, so I'm halfway through my training. Hopefully, hopefully they don't keep me for an extra week, and then I'll be getting in my truck. Training wheels come off, and on the road myself. But yeah, guys, that's just kind of an update on what's going on. That's what happened to me in week 2. If you guys have any comments, questions, or concerns, please feel free to email me or drop a little comment down below, and I will respond to them as quickly as possible. I'm also gonna post some pictures so y'all can see what the some of the loads that I had this week are, like the different pickup locations. I'm not gonna give out their names because YouTube is a very big thing, and I'm not trying to have TMC or them come after me or my trainer come after me or whatever have you. So I'll show you the different locations, I'll show you the different loads, but there's nothing involving the customer's names or my trainer's name or really TMC. The only thing you see about TMC is my shirt and my hat. And well, with that, guys, y'all have a great weekend. Happy Saturday. You guys be blessed, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.